Hi guys, this is Heather from Peak Performance Martial Arts. I'm here with
Master Whitfield.
the essential employee.
I'm the essential employee.
Anyway, I've been reaching out to my jiu-jitsu communities with girls and gis, a lot of friends from women that practice martial arts, and I've been asking them what kind of stuff they want to see when it comes to self-defense and situations that women can get into. I've been in martial arts, jiu-jitsu, probably almost 4 years, and I've done some self-defense here and there, but I'm going to be learning self-defense and sharing this with you so we can just share knowledge. If there's anything that you want to see, comment.
Hashtag learn with Heather.
Hashtag learn with Heather. And, let me know if there's something that you want covered. Give us some ideas and we'll try to cover it. So
Awesome.
Today, I guess I just wanted to talk a little bit about situational awareness. Maybe the way that you talk to someone that's attacking you.
So let me start off by saying I'm not a woman. And I have never been in a lot of the situations because people always go, wouldn't you just teach self-defense like you would teach a guy? Well, unfortunately, when we say the term women's self-defense, it's the situations that women are. We can teach you the same stuff. It's not about that. It's the situations. I've never had a guy come up to me from behind and grab my hair. They just don't do that. Situations like that. I've never had a guy, come up and spank me on the butt or something like that. Never had that. I'm very disappointed.
Or pin you like in a room, if you're alone in a room with somebody and their body is aggressive towards you and they're like keeping you from leaving.
And a lot of times it's power of control thing. So reason why I think I have a lot of knowledge on this, even though I've never been in those situations, first off, the martial arts I have, I can combat it. But also I worked in women's shelters. I've been around many women who have been in these situations, and I've asked their true feelings on, like, hey, what happened? Like, do you mind? They tell me about it, and it's a lot. Sometimes it's very violent, sometimes it's very meek, but every time they've given me their honest opinion. And now, since I can't be there with them, I have to put it in a context that, all right, they've shown me like, hey, they do this a lot. What would you do? It's like, okay. Or they'll do this or pin me down or this or that. So little stuff like that, I can help with. And the only way I can help is if they tell me and if you guys tell us. Because we have situations for all this. And really, a lot of it is, it can be situational awareness. And when we say situational awareness, if you're not sure what that is, it's what's around it. Like Miss Heather's right beside me. Yeah, Miss Heather's beside me right now. I'm not super scared that she's going to hit me or anything like that right now, but I definitely know she's there. So little stuff like that. But when we talk about situational awareness, we've done, me and Coach Steven have done some videos on these. If you guys want to go to our Facebook page and look those up, if you're struggling to find them, just give us a holler. We'll send them over to you. But we've done a little bit on that if you want to go check those out. But it's a lot of stuff we already know. So it's not stuff we don't think you don't know. What happens is it's stuff we don't follow.
Right.
And women's intuition, I've spoke about this,
that's a big one.
But you don't. How many times have you done something where you've said, "I shouldn't do this," but you kind of feel awkward or pushed into it?
Maybe the people that you're around, you don't want to stand out and kind of embarrass yourself just because you have a gut feeling that this is a bad vibe,
And how many times has something gone bad?
If you have that vibe, it usually does.
I'm not. It's so weird. I don't think guys have it because I think we just don't pay attention to it. But I've had many women that I've spoken to. I've had my wife, one of those women who every time she's had that gut feeling, she's told me, she's like, I shouldn't do it, but she'll go like, I'm just being stupid, I'm being this, and something has happened.
We doubt herself.
It's incredible how much that intuition, you have to trust it. And look, if everybody thinks you're stupid and nothing happens, forget them. What does it matter? Your safety is what's important. So the little things like the awareness and trusting that gut instinct is really important. And then we talk about the way you talk to someone. We'll get into more of these as we're in the situations.
Right.
But right now, it's how you talk. Like right now, this is a very calm situation. But it could escalate very quickly by the next word that comes out of my mouth. And she could be looking at me like, excuse me? And now it's escalated.
And I might either get angry or I might want to flee, like the fight and flight,
You're either one or the other. There's no fight or flight or just chill. No, it's fight or flight. So those are really important things to follow.
But I think when you're getting attacked, like maybe the way that you talk to that person, because you can escalate or de-escalate a situation. And we're going to go into all these points in detail with each video that we make.
Because a lot of times we're going to talk about the reaction you give them. You know, if Miss Heather doesn't really, let's say she doesn't know me, she doesn't like me, and I come up and I grab her wrist and she's struggling, but she doesn't exactly know the technique to get out.
Right.
This can be, and she's struggling like that. This may be the reaction I want. Now, if we were doing something like this is what we'll kind of go over. Like, if she grabs my wrist, we can do cross grip. Most people go same side. All right. So let's say for right now it's just one. Come up and hey, baby, like come up and hey, right? I'm not using strength. This is a very simple technique that goes up and down because we're fighting the thumb. That's such a simple technique, but it's not a technique that I can just say, got it? Right? So we need to know that, and think about it. I do it really fast, and I get out. Well, you just raise their intensity level to something maybe he was or she was just being nice. But if I go, she's got a tight grip. Hey. It was very calm and polite. It's just like, oh, like I just came, like no big deal. It wasn't super violent. So their aggression level stays down.
And I think body language too, like when you do that, you know, and
I'm
you
not,
get away,
like
but
this.
you're like hands up, like, you know, please don't do that.
There's so many ways to handle this, but if you can keep their aggression level kind of not tilted, it's going to be way better for you and for them. Because like I said, you don't know their intention. They may be somebody like, I've had people come up to me like, put their hand on my back from behind, like, hey, I'm like, boom, and I pop it out. They're like, sorry, man, I didn't know. It's like, maybe I was in a higher state of alert that time. If I'm here, it's going to be rare that I'll do it here because I already do it to everybody here. So I already scare people here. So little stuff like that. Do you have anything else to add to that?
I think, you know, we're going to more about not giving them the reaction they want, which you said, not creating a reaction. Mm-hmm. But if they're wanting that anger and they're wanting to control you, then not giving them that reaction. That's
staying calm during, you know, if you have that aggressive, but that's something we have to learn. It's not most people, that's not something this is something I was born with. I have to inoculate you to these little things. Right. And I've seen many really good self-defense instructors who were not enough. They just learned the techniques, but really didn't have the levels that they need to go to, and got in trouble because of that. They just didn't have. They just thought like, I know how to do an arm lock, I know how to do this, I know how to do this, and you get yourself into trouble. So, you know, putting yourself out there and saying, you know what do I hate hair grabs. Yeah. You know, I've seen some people like, I'll grab them like this, like they freak out. Because just something about it. It's like, okay, so we'll keep going to levels that are going to make it to where at least you understand you. You have to know you and have to say, you know what, I struggle with this. I'm going to work on this. And I'm not going to be scared. Like, you have to, because the first thing we're going to teach you is you're safe here. Yep. If you don't feel like you're safe, it's really hard to learn in an environment. We want you to come in and say, I feel safe here. And
I think one of my friends, she said, you know, freezing up, teach what to do when you freeze up. Now, if I'm in a situation and I'm getting attacked, you know, here, these are my friends. I work with them every day. We train together. And if we're practicing these self-defense, I know they're not going to hurt me. But maybe train at a level that you're uncomfortable with. So let's say we're going over chokes, and he's, you know, this is Mr. Whitfield choking me out. It's not going to bother me. But if he gets that, you know, a little bit tighter and the aggressive face, maybe train at a place that you're not comfortable to train at, and then bring it down a notch. You mentioned training that way, and I had a friend that mentioned, you know, what to do when you freeze up. Because if he came at me with true aggression, you know, and I do have a history of domestic violence, I'm probably going to freeze up. But yet I still know I'm safe here. On the streets, somebody I don't know, or, you know, I used to bartend. There's some crazy people in bars. That might make me freeze up. So those are just some of the points that I wanted to talk about. We're going to cover a lot more later, but let's get to the move today. So
what move we're going to do, Miss Heather? What did they have on there?
Definitely choking from a guard position.
Guard position, or okay.
Which would, like, you know, rape in, like, what to do if somebody is attacking you, like maybe a possible rape situation. So we'll do that one. So, all
right. So when you're in the guard position, in case these are mostly Jiu-Jitsu people.
All of them, yeah.
So they would know what guard is.
Yep.
Okay, so we don't have to go over that. All right. So for those of you who don't know, the guard is just where I have person on the bottom has the legs wrapped around, just in case somebody's watching who doesn't know. This position is pretty common. You know, it could be open guard where legs are here, which is fine. So this is a very common position. More than, like I said, I've never been in this situation where I've been attacked like this. But I have spoken to many women This is a very common position. And just like the mount, when somebody's sitting on your arm and have your arms trapped, all right? So this position is, once again, we're talking about the staying calm and these and that. So do you want to be in my guard, or do you want me to show you, or do you want me to talk you through it?
I'll be in your guard.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
No, I'll go here. All right, so Miss Heather is the vicious attacker. She's in my guard. So closing your guard isn't really super important here. It's not that big a deal. We can have open. So what happens, the important thing here is don't have your legs just dangling. Squeeze your knees. Just relax. Say just a little bit. Because I don't want her just, she can kind of just move side. I don't want that. I'm just kind of like, but I'm like, so the posture here is important. I'm just talking. Look at my hands. My hands are not like, I'm laying back. We never want our head on the ground, because if my head's on the ground and she pushes my head, it's already hitting the ground. Yeah. So I'm getting really bad concussion here. So if she comes to hit, the posture, notice everything comes in tight. And look, I'm squeezing everything. So this is
holding me back with his legs, so I can't.
So I've got a nice tight, everything. Look, at the moment she comes in to push, maybe try to choke, push me down. Look, I'm off the ground. Because as soon as I get on the ground, all of her weight is pushing on my throat, and this is a very critical position. So I don't want that. So as I come up, I curl in. She tries to choke, I curl in. Now, once the position is here, if we haven't got to this position yet, we're just talking. She can maybe grab my wrist. I can maybe even grab hers, like she's coming out, she's kind of like, hold her hands. Look. Oh, hey.
And this is catching me off guard.
Yeah, this is very
what is he
like
doing?
maybe this is like, hi.
Too intimate.
So just kind of, I'm not going like this, and they're like, yeah, let's go.
I might want him to fight.
I might be like this, like squeeze him, like, hey, like, hey. So little stuff like, I don't have to flirt with you, but I can go like, hey, what's your name? You would be surprised how asking somebody who's on top of you their name would, they have to think. Yeah. So, but those little things like tight hands here, but now let's say it does go up a level, and you wanted the one from the choke, right?
Right.
All right, so they got the choke in. Let's say it's worst case scenario. They got me down, my head is on the mat. The easiest way to create space is pop my feet on the ground, and now watch. I squeeze so she can't come forward anymore. And notice I walk back with my elbows. Now look, my knees have made a barrier.
Yeah, and I'm also off balance too.
Look how, if she wants to keep choking me, let's turn sideways. If she wants to keep choking me,
I can't even
look.
I can take a little.
I've leaned out of it. Now, once this happens, so we're here in closed guard, she hits the choke. I go here, I pop. 1, 2. Look at my elbows. Knees come in. Now I've made a little bit of space here. Now what? I'm going to go ahead and plant, strike. This is a palm strike. We're going for the ear. So as I come up, it doesn't matter which side. Strike. Just enough to disorient it, like what happened. Right here, strike. And as soon as you pop somebody in the side of the head with the ear, and they don't know it's coming, so what happens is, I've raised my aggression level because they've raised theirs. If their aggression is, let's go, well, I've got to say, let's go. You're at 50, I'm at 50. You're at 60, I'm at 60. I can't be at 50 and they're at 60.
I feel like you're either going to be a victim or you're going to fight, you know.
So we were here and we did the shell. I pop up. As soon as I pop up, I have base. Look, it doesn't matter which arm, I have base. Strike. Now watch. My hands are up. Now watch. Tabletop. Look at my table. Look at my hips rocking. I'm going to take 1 foot back. You can go to the chest. You can go to the face. Sometimes we go to the face. Sometimes we go to the chest. I have a theory. If you aim small, you miss big. What it means is her head is a smaller target than her body. So if I'm aiming small, there's a high probability I'm under stress. Yeah, this person's moving.
And I'm trying to get you. So
so this is a hard thing. But if you aim big, you miss small. So if I'm aiming for the center of your body, you move sideways a little bit, it doesn't.
It's still got me.
I just need that.
Yeah,
look, this is all I need. I'm not trying to knock her unconscious. I am just trying to, once I get here, and I popped up, and I've done the strike, look, my feet are not moving anymore. If you do, look, no, it gives her time. Once I get here and I hit the strike to the side of the head, hands, table, strike, aim big, miss small. Now, if you know the technical stand-up for the Jiu-Jitsu legs, as soon as you make the strike, because what's going to end up happening, if Miss Heather's on the ground, she's going to lay down, she's going to do it now. So, watch the whole concept here. So Miss Heather has open guard, she's talking, maybe she's grabbing my hand just kind of softly. Hey, grab them like this. Yeah, it's like,
What's
now
your
you kind of open your guard, you kind of like this, kind of relax. Let's say I go for the choke. You're gonna lean, yep, start. Yeah, that was good. Now walk back as you do it with your shoulders. Look, walk back, look. Now look, stay. Now pop up on your elbows. Pop. Boom, go for it. Boom, go, hit me. Oh, no, hit me. Yeah, I felt that through my arm, and then the push.
And that was like barely even any type of a push.
I
So
felt
if
that
was
she
really
jerked
fighting-
my head to the
if
side.
I was really fighting for my life, I'm gonna kick with all
And you
of
notice
my
how,
strength.
did you notice how easy that was? Triple kick, I fell to my butt, she technically stands up and goes away.
Yeah.
So,
And even if you can't do the technical stand up, we were talking about
Yeah.
the baby stand up. So if I'm like
100, how's a baby
this,
stand up?
like this, run away.
How does a baby stand up? So, anything else, Miss Heather? Like I said,
that's
you
good
can
for
just
today.
keep rewatching this. If you're like,
Yeah.
what was that point? We're not going to say, let's do it again. No, just rewind it.
Practice. You know, watch the video about situational awareness that he and Coach Stephen put out, and then practice these moves with somebody you're comfortable with, but take it up a notch as you get more comfortable.
So the thing about it is, learn the techniques first. Don't
Yes.
worry about taking it up a notch if you don't think you know the technique. So if you're struggling with somebody choking you, you know, like, all right, I've got to get, you know, don't try to pull the hands off. Make your space. Make your space. And what happens is they give you the choke leads automatically. And then sit up, hit the strike, push, strike,
Get away.
boom, and we're away. So awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We got more coming.
All right, thanks you guys. Learn with Heather.
Learn with Heather.
I appreciate it.
Woo! Thanks, guys.